Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on The Flash Season 9. So of course, we've been in the off season or void between seasons for The Flash for about a month now, a bit more than a month actually, I think. And of course, we know that Season 9 is on the way sometime early next year. Don't have a confirmed release date, we just know it's sometime early next year. Though up until recently, we weren't exactly sure when they would be returning to filming for Season 9, though we did assume it would be sometime in the earlier parts of September, due to the fact that Superman and Lois had been confirmed for an early September return to filming as well. And, well, now we sort of know what's going on, though the dates that have been revealed do sort of question some previous reported information in regards to the size or length of Season 9 of The Flash, which might have some people concerned. So Superman and Lois was previously confirmed for a September 6th start date for filming, so just over a month from now on their third season. And just recently, The Flash was confirmed for a September 14th return, so just over a week later, for filming for Season 9. Now, that seems all good, right? Well, yeah, at the beginning you would think so. However, the scheduled end for filming for The Flash Season 9 is March 6th of next year, or 2023. So that is only just under 6 months from the beginning of filming to the end of filming, which might seem like a lot when you go, well, hold on, that's half a year, that's a long time. But just in comparison to Season 6, which was 20 episodes, that filmed for about 8 months from beginning to end. So a 2-month difference there. So 2 months of filming averages out to about, 6, maybe 7 episodes of filming. So at this point, if we base it off the current dates that have just been revealed, we are only getting 13 episodes for Season 9 of The Flash, which is the lowest ever and a pretty surprising number. Now, of course, the big elephant in the room when that number of 13 is brought up was that initial news that came out towards the beginning of this year, I think, when Season 9 was first discussed. And that was the news that came out about Grant Gustin's big payday for Season 9, where he'd be getting paid over $200,000 per episode, and that he had signed on for 15 episodes, which would equate to over $3 million to do Season 9, which, of course, thanks to our good old mate mathematics, 15 episodes is 2 episodes more than those filming dates do suggest. Now, of course, those details were never reported by the CW or Warner Brothers themselves, but it was places reliable places like Deadline, The Hollywood Reporter, and places like that, and they all seem to back up the same numbers and finer details. So we were just under the assumption going into Season 9 that, well, at least we're, at least getting 15. There could be more, and just, I guess, Grant's not in those extra 2 or 3 episodes that might be there, or there's 15 episodes and he's in all of them. So with these new filming dates that now suggest only 13 episodes, does that mean that we are only getting 13 episodes? And I mean, at this point, I would just assume that we are just going to get 13 episodes because, I mean, it's obvious, but those are what the dates are suggesting. And of course, 13 is a common episode amount or common episode number for network TV and also the CW as a network as well. I mean, shows like Stargirl have 13 episodes each season, so they're coming up on their third season, which starts in about a month as well. That has 13 episodes, and they've had that for Season 1 and 2 as well. Most of the shows on the CW do have 13 episodes per season as well. But the least amount of episodes that The Flash has ever had in a season, I'm pretty sure, is 18. So 13 episodes would feel pretty weird. And of course, that amount of episodes probably wouldn't function overly well with the graphic novel format that Eric Wallace, the showrunner of The Flash, likes to go with. So it would definitely feel weird and different to recent seasons in a few different ways. Now, an important thing to bring up, because it happened very recently, it only happened last season, was that Season 8 originally only had 18 episodes. That was long believed to be the case up until about, I want to say, beginning of April. I don't know what episode was airing at that time, but when they were going into filming, it seemed like they'd added on episodes. So they went into Season 8, it was only going to have 18 episodes, but then it was up to, obviously because we finished Season 8, it was upgraded to 20 episodes. Now, could the same thing happen with Season 9? Are they just going with 13 at the moment just to see how things go, and then they upgrade it at a certain point in time, whether it's before they start filming or maybe when they get to episode 6 or something, they go, okay, we're going to go to 15. That could be the case that happens there with Season 9 of The Flash. But another important thing to remember is that there has been that buyout and the change of ownership for the CW where Nexstar is taking over as the majority shareholder. So maybe they, as the majority shareholder and funder of everything that's going on, is only giving 13 at this stage just due to everything that's going on. And then once things get more comfortable, they get a bit of, oversight on things. Maybe that's when they upgrade or they commit to those 15 that were originally, brought up when that whole Grant Gustin contract thing, first came out in public. Because to be honest, if they do upgrade them, the most I could see them going up to is 15. Like, it would be a pretty big stretch if they went, okay, we started with 13, and then all of a sudden they go up to like 18 or something like that. So I think 15 is the most that we're going to get this season. I think most of us were expecting that roughly just due to the initial Grant Gustin news, or we might have got 18, but of course there would be 2 or 3 episodes without Grant in them, which are episodes you probably don't want anyway. Like, I think if those are 13 episodes or 15 episodes and Grant Gustin is in there as the Flash and they're Flash-centric for every single episode, I think we'd prefer that over an 18-episode season where there's 2 or 3 filler episodes with the side characters. I think we'd prefer the lesser amount, which technically would be the same amount of Flash, but you don't get that boring, annoying filler. Now, one thing I could see happening is that if it does get up to 15, maybe that only happens because this is the final season. So maybe it stays at 13 if they're going to keep going with the season 10, because that has been reported by, the various trades, over the past like 6 months or something, but it's also been suggested by Eric Wallace that it's really up to this new ownership what's going on and whether the CW wants to keep going with the show. Obviously, the main thing is about keeping Grant Gustin on. He's the only one that really matters. Like, everyone else could leave the show and they could still keep doing it if Grant stayed. So if that all works out, maybe keeping it at a reduced number of 13, maybe max of 15 per season allows them to do another season with a season 10. I mean, I've said for a while, I'm going into season 9 expecting it to be the last. However, there is still yet to be an announcement, and they usually do announce it before they even start filming the final season. So we've got about a month and a half, roughly, 6 weeks, 5-6 weeks, something like that, until they start filming. So I would expect that announcement, if it's going to be the final season, in the next 5 or 6 weeks. If that announcement does not happen by that point, then that means they're not even sure what's going on. They don't even know if it's going to be the final season. So that's a very interesting thing to keep in the back of your head leading up to the beginning of filming, that usually they announce that. So let's wait and see. But to finish off, about 2 weeks ago, I asked you guys to leave me some questions in the community tab about the Flash and everything like that, to include in some videos. I was going to do a video just on them, but there was so many good questions. Like, I'm not joking, there was about 30 questions in total that were all different. So I'm just going to spread them over videos towards the end of these type of update videos. So hopefully you don't mind that. So we've got 3 here that we're going to talk about. So let's go. So the first question comes from Marfuza Chowdhury. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I'm terrible with them. I apologize in advance because I know I'm slaughtering it. Anyway, do you think the Legends will get some sort of resolution to their story in The Flash Season 9? If so, do you think that will be with actual characters from the show like Sarah, or just a passing mention? I guess a similar question could be asked about Batwoman too. Maybe, but I've always said this when people have asked me on like Twitter and even like the YouTube comments as well. It's not the Flash's job to finish up another person or another show. Like, especially if it affects the show. And especially if Season 9 The Flash is the final season and they're writing it like that way, I don't want them taking time out of this season to finish off Legends and Batwoman. They can do a comic book if they want to do that. I don't want them messing up the Flash's final season to try and accommodate something else. Arrow did that in its final season to try and accommodate Green Arrow and the Canaries potentially being a spin-off, and it sort of took away from Arrow's final season. So I wouldn't want the Flash doing the same in regards to wrapping up another show's story. I mean, if they have Sarah on there for an episode and they do some passing mentions, but she plays into the Flash's story, or with another Legends character, and the same with Batwoman if they bring characters over, but don't spend an episode just figuring out what happened to those shows' stories. Like, that just takes away from the Flash as a show. Next up, Twinkie. For Season 9, which character, could be a returning character from past seasons or from another show, do you hope to see for like a crossover event or guest starring in an episode or arc? Have a nice day. Great videos. Well, thank you very much for that. I'm not too sure. Like, I guess, like, I don't know, like a character, like I've missed Wally, like in regards to a returning character from the Flash as a show. I've missed Wally just because of the whole like pandemic stuff. They haven't been able to sort that out. Like, he was originally going to be there on season 7 and they couldn't make it work out. And season 8, they couldn't work out because of timing and stuff. So I wouldn't mind Wally coming back. I've missed Wally. But of course, on like the villainous side, I'd love to see like Zoom play back into stuff. In regards to like another show, like a crossover thing, I can't really think of anyone that I'm overly envious of in regards to wanting them to come on. But in regards to like the Flash as a show, I'd probably say Wally. And then I guess on a villainous side, someone like Zoom. And then finally, Idan, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, asked, many times throughout the show when facing villains, Barry could defeat them instantly, whether by one-punching them, relocating them to a place that can contain them, cuffing them, etc. He stops to talk to them, which lets them escape. My question is he going to stop doing that in season 9? If not, then when? It's annoying to see episodes that exist only because Barry isn't using his super speed properly. I 100% agree. I think many people that watch the show bring that up and it's like, well, hold on, can't you just... Like, why are you giving them an out? Why are you giving them a door to walk through and escape? And I understand why they do it because it's a thing from the comics. It is a thing from the comics where Barry tries to talk to people before having to go and do stuff. But you would rather just Barry grab them, put them in a jail cell or in Iron Heights or even at Central City Police Department, whatever it is, and then talk to them. You don't have to punch someone's head off to deal with a villain. So like you can just put them in a room or like a jail cell and talk to them then. And I prefer if that happened, but I guess they want emotive dialogue or whatever it might be. It's annoying to watch, I know, at certain points. Sometimes you're fine with it, sometimes you're annoyed. I get it. I fall in the same line as you. But I think they're just trying to play it off from the comics and some of the stuff you see in the animated shows. But I think when it happens like episode after episode after episode, I think that happened a lot in season 7 from memory. It does grind your gears. Maybe they just don't know when they're making the show that it is so repetitive and pretty frustrating. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like and show your support. Let me know in the comments section down below your various opinions about the stuff we went over in this video. If you have any other questions you'd want to, possibly be featured in videos, let me know in the comments section down below what they might be. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.